What is good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of MANIACITV Unplugged. I believe this is episode 7 right here, man. We 7 episodes in. I actually had to re-record this intro right here. My mic wasn't on after I just wrapped up filming this episode. So what you're seeing is me after I filmed the episode. But yeah, I just wanted to make this intro to let y'all know, man, I'm really trying to grow this channel. I'm trying to grow the MANIACITV brand. We already got a couple episodes up on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartMedia. Trying to get them everywhere, man. Really trying to go crazy on this. I've been sitting on this idea for so long, really trying to, break through and do what I can to grow this. It's time to really lock in on this, man. So in this episode right here, we're going to be talking about J. Cole's Fall Off announcement, my thoughts on the new song, and what I think we're going to get on the album. We're going to talk about Pooh Shiesty and these rumors that Pooh Shiesty might not even be 1017 anymore. We're going to talk about NBA Youngboy's new album. We're going to talk about the NFL and what's going on, much more, Kai Cenat, all that, man. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Appreciate all y'all support, and let's get right to it, man. Major announcement this week. The Fall Off is officially coming 10 years in the making. Dropping February 6, 2026. And I had to look up the significance of the date. So apparently 2626 as an angel number, it signifies balance, harmony, and trust in your spiritual journey, encouraging you to release worries, embrace optimism, and focus on personal growth, self-love, and positive relationships. Listen, Cole's you one of them, like real spiritual type of dudes, man. And this project pretty much, signaling damn, the end of J. Cole's career. This is quite honestly his last project, of course, in hip hop, in sports. Is there ever a such thing as retirement? I think Cole is one of those artists. If there is a retirement in hip hop, I think he stands on this. I really believe this is indeed his last project. So I watched the trailer of the album announcement. Of course, we did the reaction to disc 2, track 2, and of course it's a personal song telling his life story in reverse, starting with death all the way to a time before he even existed. And that's pretty much what the Fall Off is. He's saying pretty much, I'm not going to exist in this space anymore, like enjoy me while y'all can type deal, man. And I expect a lot of that on this album. I don't really expect to hear, I'm the best rapper of all time. What Cole was on before the Drake Kendrick squabble that went on, man. Cole was releasing these singles and he was, it was all about, I dare anybody to step up. I'm really him. I'm that. An apology that he did to Kendrick, bro, after dissing him, it kind of tarnished that. So I don't think we're going to hear much of that talk. I feel like this project's going to be more so about self-reflection, reminiscing. If he's going out, this is going to be a project, about his highs and lows throughout his career. I do expect him to mention Drake and Kendrick. I know people were saying he doesn't need to mention them. We don't want to hear him mention them. You're lying if you're saying you don't want him to mention anything of his thoughts on the back and forth. Now, he briefly talked about it on, I believe it was Port Antonio, where he briefly talked about, his brothers going at it, his friends going at it. I want him to go a little deeper on this project, man. I really want him to talk about, his thought process through apologizing to Kendrick and why, he bowed out gracefully. Of course, now looking back on it, we understand fully why, because, Cole doesn't have any hatred towards Kendrick, and I don't think Kendrick has hatred towards Cole. I just think, Cole just wanted to go into it for the sport-friendly competition. Kendrick's agenda was a little more, ruthless. Probably word got around like, listen, Cole, I don't want to go there with you. I don't like this dude. We've been there. We ain't even gonna go down that road more than we need to. So, like I said, I think he should make mention of Drake and Kendrick, and if this is his way of exiting music, though, poking either bear, either Drake or Kendrick in any way, speaking on them, it could be met with a response. Now, like I said, Cole bowing out gracefully will be the topic. I would love to hear more stories of Cole's relationships and his music. If him and Jay-Z are still close, the rumored collab album with Kendrick Lamar and their relationship. I want to hear him talk on all this stuff, all of this stuff, man. And you know, his thoughts on where hip hop is headed. I'm pretty sure he's gonna really let it be known, you know, what he thinks of the current state of hip hop as well. Now, as far as features on the album go, like I said in a reaction, I expect this to be where that Jay-Z verse is. Everyone kept talking about this whole verse for the last couple of years. I think this album makes the most sense for it to be. Honestly, man, you know, Jay-Z signed J. Cole. He put J. Cole on, and for J. Cole to go out this way, how about we have that whole verse? Jay-Z on J. Cole's last album, I think this is going to be well needed. I'm trying not to get my hopes up for this, though. I'm trying not to get my hopes up for this. I know some people laughed at me when I said, you know, Jay-Z is going to be the feature on this album. People saying Jay-Z's done. I don't think Jay-Z's done giving out verses. I really don't. But if there is a Jay-Z verse, I want to hear Jay-Z speak on Nicki Minaj and how she's been talking on him. I want to hear Jay-Z speak on the Super Bowl. His decision, you know, playing a part in having Kendrick over Wayne. You know, that was a huge debate last year. You know, I think Jay-Z in this verse, if there is one, I'm talking hypothetical, it'll shake up the industry. And I think Cole on the same song with Jay-Z would also air out his grievances as well. Another feature I would like to see on this project, I would like to see DaBaby. We know DaBaby and Cole, man, they got a lot of history together, you know, coming from, you know, where they come from. I think DaBaby being on this album, I know for a fact he will deliver. You know, say what you want about DaBaby. I know he's had kind of a tough, you know, trying to get back in the good graces of the commercial audience. I think this would be a great way of, you know, kind of, you know, at least creaking the door a little bit for DaBaby to get back in. Like I said, him and Cole, man, they got great chemistry together. They have history together. And with DaBaby gearing up to drop, I think he's dropping a solo album pretty soon. He said the album's pretty much done. This would be a great way to kind of kickstart momentum. I heard he dropped the project like late last year, early this year. I think him being on Cole's album, this would be a great way to, you know, add to the momentum heading into his own drop. I think this would be perfect timing for DaBaby as well. I expect a little Baby feature, maybe some Dreamville artists like Boz. I think honestly, that'll be enough. I don't want this album to be too feature crazy, and I don't expect to hear Drake on this album at all. Drake or Kendrick at all. This is a 2-disc album. I don't expect to hear Drake or Kendrick. Now, I have this, like, what they call it, the tinfoil hat. I have this crazy theory, right? And this is just speculating wildly, man. This is what makes the stuff exciting. But I have this crazy theory that there's some type of tension between Drake and J. Cole. This is just strictly just, nobody has to agree with what I'm saying. This is just crazy talk, right? When I think too much about this stuff and get a little too invested, I, for some reason, feel like there's some tension between Cole and Drake stemming from J. Cole backing out when he did and how he did it. And really not coming to Drake's corner, Drake's side, or, you know, during the situation with Kendrick. And I could be wrong. Cole is going to set the standard for music this year, though. And I hope Drake follows with Ice, man. I hope Future follows, Khaled follows. And this becomes a year of a lot of big industry drops, because I feel like last couple of years we've really been lacking. I mean, Kendrick kind of kept it alive with GNX and stuff. That was dope. But yeah, we haven't really got many big industry names dropping. But yeah, man. Is this J. Cole's last album? I think so. I think so. I feel like J. Cole, it wouldn't have took this long if it wasn't. And I think J. Cole is somebody that moves with pure intention. I think he is a very strategic person majority of the time. I think he thought this through. I think it's setting up to drop on a date he wanted it to drop. I personally thought this was going to drop in 2024, 10 years after, you know, Forrest, you know, the classic album from J. Cole. But yeah, I think this is it, man. I think next to Joe Budden, I mean, when rappers say they retire other than Joe Budden, they don't really retire, but I think J. Cole really is. Or he could pull a Hove move and, maybe he pop up on some features here and there. But I think, hip hop runs through Cole's veins. And I could see if Cole is done putting out music himself, and maybe he just shows love on features, but maybe he really might be done after this album. I don't know, man. I'm leaning more towards this is his last album. So, onto the lookout, the outlook on hip hop in 2026. Like I said, we got Cole. I think Drake's going to be dropping Iceman probably sometime between April and August, even though I think a winter drop would be a lot more fly for Iceman. Just personally, I saw Roddy Ricch had his whole album scrapped. Navy album will not be dropping. I kind of said that on a video I did last month about how Roddy Ricch just scrapped the whole thing. Considering it's been 2 years, scrap the whole thing, start from scratch, give us all new songs, whatever you were planning on dropping. Don't even bother dropping it anymore, honestly. I did my whole spiel on Roddy Ricch, so I'm not going to spend too much time on him. I feel like I really been probably a little too harsh on my criticism on that, but yeah, his album got scratched. I think Khaled will be dropping sometime this summer because it's DJ Khaled. Lil Uzi Vert's got to be gearing up for something. The singles he's been giving us, we're in 2026. It's 10 years of Lil Uzi Vert. I think we get something big from Uzi this year. Pooh Shiesty is going to skyrocket when he does drop his album. He could honestly be a top contender when it comes to who's taking that torch that I mentioned the last episode of the pod. So, those are just my thoughts on it, man. But J. Cole to fall off, dropping February 6th, man. So, on to the next thing, man. Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty, man. So, is Pooh Shiesty still 1017? There's been whispers of Pooh not being on 1017 anymore. Gucci made it clear when Pooh was locked that he was only keeping Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano. He released everybody else from their contract, everybody else out their deal. Rightfully so. I understand it. Pooh Shiesty, especially, is probably the most, and with all due respect to any other artist who's ever been signed to Gucci, I think Pooh Shiesty has been the most successful artist for Gucci and has made Gucci the most money out of everybody. So it made sense to keep Pooh. So FDO, first day out, is still ringing heavy, and it's really been no peep from Gucci. You would think when your artist is doing this well, on fire like this, you would think as a CEO, I'm posting this nonstop. Oh, we going up the charts. We out of here. But I haven't been personally seeing that. I haven't really been, stalking Gucci's page or nothing, but people out there have been. And they noted that Gucci deleted a first day out post that he dedicated to Pooh Shiesty. He's no longer on his page. So I thought something was kind of going up when this got released right here. It was a snippet of this song between Pooh Shiesty and Glorilla. Of course, both being from Memphis. This is inevitable. This is a major money move right here. This gonna go all the way up. I cannot wait until they drop this. But when I saw this snippet of this song, first thing that kind of came to my mind, it was one or two things. One, I was kind of like, well, either Gotti and Gucci put aside their differences because they got, some disagreements between each other. Either they put aside their differences for the sake of their artists, or there's something going on internally on 1017 and Pooh Shiesty and Gucci's side of things. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Now, I'm hearing rumors going around that Gotti's trying to sign Pooh Shiesty to CMG. I personally do not believe those rumors. I personally don't believe it. And with respect to Yo Gotti and CMG, I think CMG is an incredible label. I don't think Pooh Shiesty needs CMG. I personally don't think. I think if Pooh Shiesty signs a deal, and I'm speaking only if this is all true, of something going on with 1017. I don't know what's true and what's not, but if Pooh Shiesty did ever leave 1017, I think he should go to a Universal. Maybe he goes the Empire route. I don't think Shiesty should be under another rapper. And on top of that, I think Glorilla probably Glorilla and 42 Doug would be the only ones that Shiesty really fuck with out of CMG. I want to say. I know him and Boog, was it Big Boogie? I don't think him, and I don't know if they still, got some tension between each other. Moneybagg Yo's under the imprint as well, but Moneybagg Yo and Pooh Shiesty's brother, his best friend Big 30, man, that's his brother. Big 30 was under Moneybagg. It's been rumors of their, falling out and beef growing between those two. I don't think Pooh would fully sign with CMG. Like I said, I don't really think that Pooh Shiesty needs it. Now, Pooh has the power and momentum to keep going up solo. Like I said, a deal with Universal or Empire. And now I'm only speaking if this is true, bro. This is all internet rumors. People read into things. I don't know what's true and what's not. But looking at things, bro, it's certain points of this where it's kind of like, some things kind of like, we get the first day out, right? Normally, it took Pooh forever to release the first day out, by the way. And I wonder if that was something going on with the label. Or was that just, he just took a long time to put that out. And then on top of that, he releases it. We don't get an album date. Normally, you release something that go up like first day out. That go that crazy like first day out. You release something like that. You would get okay, I'm dropping my album this day. We didn't get that. We didn't get the drop with him and Glow. Could it be something going on with the label? That's the only reason that kind of gets me to thinking that maybe I believe the internet on this. I don't know. Man. But either way, everything's speculation. Pooh Shiesty, when he does drop this album, when this song with Glow drops, this is going to go crazy. This gonna be ringing all summer. I think this song right here, whatever song, the snippet of a few seconds of this I heard, this gonna be the summer anthem. Memphis is gonna be up 1,000 points from Glow and Pooh. No cap. They're gonna be red hot fish grease all summer. Memphis gonna be running it. Memphis gonna be running it. No doubt about it, man. But like I said, all the talk of Pooh Shiesty, is he still 10-17? It's all speculation. No one really knows. We can just speculate wildly about it. But yeah, man. I wish Pooh Shiesty, the best, bro. I think he really got it. I think this year could really be a bigger year for him than 2021 was for real. So, what was it? 2020? 2021 was for real. So moving on to NBA Youngboy, man. So we did Slime Cry album reaction. If you ain't seen that yet, go back and check it out. Man, this was such a good album, man. This was a really good album. I think this album, I saw people kind of saying it was his best work since Sincerely Contrail. So let's look at, I wanted to, kind of go through his drops in recent years. So Sincerely Contrail was 2021. Fire album, by the way. Sincerely Contrail had a lot of them. He had a lot of them ones on here, man. Bad Morning. Bro, just looking at this. Toxic Punk. Forgiato is fire. Nevada. Kickstand. Bro, he had a lot of gems on Sincerely Contrail. But if we talking since Sincerely Contrail, bro, From the Bayou was so slept on. I think Colors is a top 3 YB project to me of all time. I rock with Colors so heavy, bro. So heavy. Hey, Bring It On. DC Marvel was tough. Expensive Taste. Gangsta, Know Like I Know. Bring the Hook. Fish Scale. Man, like he has some shit on Colors for real. Last Slamito, we had Realer 2. 3800 Degrees, Mom Got a Family. 3860 was tough. He had a lot of cold collab tapes. It's really hard to narrow it down. And I saw, some people message me like what I thought between Slime Cry and Massa of which project was better. And I kind of said like it's kind of too early to tell. I kind of let the album marinate. It's been about a day at the time of this recording since I listened to it, man. But I think I think Slime Cry got it. I think Slime Cry just a little more. Massa had a lot of like turnt shit. Slime Cry had, you know, a great mix of everything. And maybe I gotta go back and listen to Massa because I don't really want to be too, you know, recency bias is gonna play a role in it. But I'm gonna pick my top 3. If we, you know, everyone's talking about Sincerely Contrell, I'm gonna pick my top 3 Youngboy albums. I'm not gonna count his collab albums with Birdman or Quando. Top 3 for the last 5 years. Sincerely Contrell is definitely in that. Colors is in that. Decided to was fire. Decided to was fire. Oh man. I just got a lot on my shoulders. This one was probably his most slept on one, bro. Sneaking, Missing Everything, Blood on My Soul, Tears of War. Damn, Don't Try This at Home. He has some shit on this too, man. I ain't gonna lie. It could be my recency bias talking, man, but I got Sincerely Contrell, Colors, and Slime Cry. Top 3 for the last 5 years of Youngboy. If we talking all time Youngboy, it's hard to narrow it down because you go back to his earlier work, AI Youngboy, Until Death Called My Name Reloaded, Decided, Realer, I think is his best work in my personal opinion. I can still bump everything from Realer today and it's gonna hit like crazy. This is probably gonna take like a whole video in itself to decipher what is Youngboy's greatest album. But I say all this to say, man, Slime Cry is a fantastic album. It was definitely worth the wait. I enjoyed it. What releases next for Youngboy? I personally think he should sit on this album for a while. I know Youngboy likes to release a lot of music. I think sit on this album for a while, let some songs marinate and do what they do. Maybe we don't see Youngboy pop out again until about the summer. Maybe he got another tour going on. I think especially after this album, bro, so many songs on this album. I'm like, man, I would love to see this performed at a show, at a concert. He's got Rolling Loud coming up, so he's gonna be pretty busy. I expect to see more singles dropping, but as far as the next album from Youngboy, maybe the summer, fall time. But even then, I don't think Youngboy is really gonna wait. We might get like mixtapes and things like that, man. But you know, Youngboy is for sure, man. He's got the game in a headlock. And speaking of Youngboy, I saw this pop up. This is from the RIAA. Congratulations to Youngboy, never broke again on becoming the most certified rapper of all time with 126 certified titles alongside the release of his new album Slime Cry. So this is a tweet from B-Dot. Salute B-Dot. He said, interesting with this many certifications, why isn't his catalog recognizable outside of his fan base? So a lot of people on B-Dot's head right now, rightfully so. Hey, a lot of people on B-Dot's head right now, but honestly, what I think it is, I feel like Youngboy is kind of like an anomaly. I think his route to getting to where he's at is not really because of the machine. It wasn't really because of Warner, Atlantic, Motown. It was really from his fans. And I think it's so rare that we see an artist really shoot up the charts and do what he do strictly just from his fans. Not Youngboy doesn't pop out at award shows. He doesn't do the commercial thing. He don't sit with the Breakfast Club. He don't do interviews with everybody. He's not, if 106 in Park was around right now, he probably wouldn't even be on 106 in Park. And the fact that he can still do this, I think it has a lot of music critics as well as music execs kind of confused, scratching their heads like, how is he doing this? How was he able to get out of jail? How was he able to get out of jail and make $70 million off a tour? Who is this kid? He's not nominated for Grammys. He's not nominated for BET Awards. He's not. I know people say radio is dead, but they don't play him on the radio. How is he doing this? And I think it got a lot of people baffled. He didn't do it. To answer B-Dot's question, in my personal opinion, you say it's not recognizable outside of his fan base. I beg to concur. I think it's extremely recognizable outside of his fan base. I think it's because the reason why somebody like B-Dot may think this, like I said, Youngboy didn't do the traditional route. He's not a typical commercial rapper. He's not, sign a deal, we out of here, my label gonna put me everywhere. It's all from his fans. His fans streaming his music, the dedication from his fans, we haven't seen with our people. We see this type of dedication with Taylor Swift. We don't see it with rappers. We see it with pop stars and country singers. Youngboy is kind of like the first one who, yeah, he's had major record deals, but it's mainly his fans putting him out there for real. I feel like Youngboy can go 100% independent right now. He can go 100% independent right now and still do just as many certified titles. He's only 26 years old. And it's interesting to me because he doesn't mingle with the industry. You don't see him at Michael Rubin parties. You don't see him in the Hamptons with everybody shoulder to shoulder. You don't see YB move like that. That's why I feel like it's so many people are confused and they really don't understand it, but maybe it's not for them to understand. He is who he is, man. He is who he is, man. Youngboy, he just gonna keep going up, bro. He just gonna keep going up. I don't think you can stop him right now. And I brought up my theory a couple months ago on the situation. What video is that where I feel like if you start seeing the industry try to pull some tactics, you know why. I'm gonna leave that alone though. All right, man. So before I was gonna talk about this Corey Holcomb thing, we're gonna get to that next. Right now, I want to talk about what's going on in the NFL, man. So I see a lot of y'all, man. Y'all like to clown me. It's cool. Yeah, my Packers got put out. Fuck y'all. My Packers got put out. It's cool, bro. And I'm thinking, you know what? I'm going to talk about the Packers, bro. Where is it at? Right here. Why are we extending LaFleur? I get who else is better for the job, but LaFleur, we've seen, let me take a sip of my matcha. LaFleur, we've seen this time and time again. Big game situations, we were up. We were way up. But as soon as we get a sizable lead, it turns into, okay, we gonna play it safe. We play it a little too safe. And it costs us the game. So news came out. A new multi-year contract. Packers are extending for Matt LaFleur. If you couldn't tell by now, I'm a big Green Bay Packers fan. I'm from Wisconsin. Hey, I'm Packers till I die. Anything Wisconsin I support, I'm all for. Bucks, Badgers, Packers, Brewers, all that. I don't know how to feel about this decision. I think Matt LaFleur, if it's not him, then who? If it's not him, then who? And I think we're losing our defensive coordinator in offseason. I think he's going to become a head coach. So maybe we need to, keep more pieces together than breaking them apart. But I know for a fact, McManus ass got to get gone. We need him off. Put in our backup kicker, somebody that's not McManus. You don't miss field goals like that. Those are elementary. You did those in high school, man. Probably the first thing you ever did on the football field. And you mean to tell me you missed who? Oh, he paid. They paid that man off. I hope they dropped him off in O-Block right after that loss to the Bears, damn it. Listen. Anyway, my Packers are out. I could really care less anymore about football right now because I'm sour. And it's cool. I don't care. Say what you want. But looking at the bracket right now, currently games are going on at the moment. Houston and New England are going at it. Looking at this bracket, if I'm a Denver fan right now, oh, I'm sick. We got the win. You got the win over Josh Allen, bro. You had Josh Allen in tears, bro. That man looked like he was in tears at that press conference. Denver is one step closer to the Super Bowl. This was my prediction for the AFC, that Denver would be the ones to go to the Super Bowl for the AFC. And I was, of course, rooting for my Packers to do it for the NFC. Bo Nix is injured. Broken ankle, I believe. Season-ending injury from Bo Nix. So I predict, as of right now, looking at this bracket, New England's going to defeat Houston. As of right now, the score is 21-10. I got to tune into that game as soon as I'm off of this pod. I got New England going over Denver. Without Bo Nix, bro, you only lost 3 games this season. Without Bo Nix, though, I don't know how good their backup QB could be. You got Drake May. I think Drake May gonna put BTA to the Broncos. I got New England going to the Super Bowl for the AFC. As far as the NFC goes, Darnold and the Seahawks put BTA to the 49ers. 41-6. And as much as I hate Chicago. I hate the Bears. I hate the Bears. And this is, as a Packers fan, it's up for life with the Bears. I got the Bears going over the Rams. But I got the Seahawks going over the Bears. I hate the Seahawks and Bears. If you a real Packers fan, you know why I got smoked for the Seahawks. But I think in the Super Bowl, we're going to get New England and Seattle in the Super Bowl. I think this makes for New England, the Patriots, to have a new dynasty. And it's anybody's for the taking in the AFC. I think years going forward, Denver Broncos are going to be scary. Denver Broncos are going to be very, very scary. Bo Nix, that kid is serious. But Drake May, who I call Tom Brady's son, his clone, damn, he looked like Tom Brady. He's for sure going to ball out, and I think Drake May is going to get his first ever Super Bowl ring. How old is he? 23 years old? We're seeing the beginning of a new dynasty in New England. I got New England winning a whole damn thing. It's going to be New England and Seattle in the Super Bowl, and I got New England winning it. That's just that, man. I feel like it makes the most sense, and I'm not against it, man. I'm not against it at all, man. So, all right. Like I said, though, my team's out. I'm just watching just to watch, for real. So now I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this Corey Holcomb thing.
Dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass.
But I don't.
Don't do that in front of me, because I'm not a male due to America.
There's Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb.
I'm not getting into that.
You dancing around it.
No,
and that's why I lose respect for you when you start dancing and kissing Caucasian males' ass.
But I don't.
Don't do that in front of me, because I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah, homie, let me tell you something, homie.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you.
I don't suck dick.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
So fix
you doing
that.
it right now.
I don't suck dick, homie.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you. I don't do that.
I tell you.
I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna give you the same energy you give me.
Let's switch seats.
Let's
switch seats.
I'm with it.
Homie, I don't do no dick sucking shit. I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no dick sucking shit, homie.
I don't give a fuck about none of
Well,
this
I
shit
tell you
right
what.
now.
Watch that dick sucking shit, because that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no dick sucking,
You
homie.
say a lot of shit that I don't fuck with either. You
Okay, but that gay shit, oh, you
I don't give a fuck about what you talking
Hey,
about.
homie, I tell you what.
I'm right here.
Don't put no dick sucking shit. Don't put no dick sucking shit on me, nigga.
I'm from Detroit
Say
right
I
now.
suck a dick again.
I'm right here, right now.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna respect you.
Dance around it. Dance around
No.
I don't do no dick sucking shit.
I'm gonna respect you because it's your platform, and I flew out here to have a conversation.
We good.
But you're not bossing up on me.
Yo,
We good. I did already. I don't do dick
We can
sucking
put the
shit.
microphone right now and go on her back. I don't give a fuck about this shit.
Homie, you just running your mouth.
I'm not running my mouth.
You running your mouth. I don't do
You
no
doing
dick
this shit
sucking
for the
shit.
internet. You doing it for the internet. Now, if you want to say your time, no, hold on. If you want
I'll
to say
show
Anton,
you I ain't doing it for the internet.
if you want to say Anton, listen, don't disrespect me like that. If you want to say Anton, don't disrespect me like that, I'll respect you. But don't boss up on me because you said a lot of shit to me today that I don't fuck with either. But I let that shit ride because you don't know me. You don't know me. So I'm going to extend the same respect to you. You called me out of my name. You said some wild shit, especially with regard to how it
call this nigga out his name.
Nigga, I'm telling you that you did. You can't tell me how I get disrespected.
I got a question for bro.
Okay.
No. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We just getting loud. I ain't gonna get loud.
Then don't switch seats.
No,
No.
This my show. This my show.
That's cool, but I take that shit as a threat.
Okay, well, it is a threat if you calling me dick sucking. I don't dick suck, my nigga.
Man, fuck what you talking about.
I don't dick suck.
If you want to get back to the conversation, because you ain't gonna do shit. Because you're not gonna do shit.
Come at me with that dick sucking
You're
shit
not gonna
again,
do
nigga.
shit. You're not gonna
Come
do
at me
shit.
with. Say I suck dick again, nigga.
We can go
I'll
out back
show you
right
who
now.
the fuck I am.
We can go out back right now. I'm with it.
I bet you won't say that shit.
We can go out back right now.
I got money for all this. Whatever.
I got money too. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit.
Hey,
Nah, it's just not respect.
I ain't falling for that. I ain't falling. Darlene, get out the way. Don't get in the way of two niggas. Let me tell you something, homie. I ain't got to go out back right now, because we got to go out back to lead this motherfucker. But I'm saying that dick sucking shit, watch that. That's all I'm saying. And if I don't say it how you like
If you want to get back to the conversation, we can get back to the conversation.
But just know,
I'm not listening to none of that shit, bro.
Here, nigga.
I'm not listening to none of that shit. If you want to get back to the conversation,
Long as you
we can
know.
get back to the conversation.
Long as you know.
Bro, you not.
See, this the thing though, man. I don't know. I heard of Corey Holcomb before. I'm not too familiar with Anton Daniels, but watching this clip, bro, I saw a lot of people saying, well, Anton ain't say it again. He ain't say it again. The fact is, bro, he said we can go out back. At that point, when I say let's go outside, we done talking. We not gonna do this in front of the cameras on the microphones for the content. If it's real hot like that, bro, you switch seats and get in my face. Let's go out back. Let's go out back. That's point blank, period. As soon as somebody said, let's go outside, if you want to get in, because I know personally, bro, we've been in situations, we all done squabbled in high school, man. That one real tough, ultra tough dog, try to buck up. Come on, man. Let's go in the locker room. Let's go in the locker room showers. We got gloves. We had gloves when I was in high school. I don't know what y'all kids got nowadays. We had a literal pair of boxing gloves. A literal pair of boxing gloves. Your boy's undefeated. Well, I'm like 2-0. It's still undefeated, though. But a literal pair of boxing gloves. If we had a disagreement with anybody, we went to the gym locker rooms. Security ain't care. Security knew. As long as we got the gloves. Listen, what Anton did, bro, I stand on that. He ain't got to say it again. He said it multiple times. And then what he said again is going to be another threat. Oh, man, you got me. No, come on, man. End of the day, bro, you want to go outside, let's go outside. Corey ain't want to go outside. It is what it is. Let's get back to the conversation. I just thought this clip was funny, though. I thought it was kind of funny, though, but yeah, man, as soon as somebody say, let's go outside, yeah, I don't want to hear none of that. Oh, he ain't say it again. He ain't say it again. He told the man, let's go outside. That's that. All right. So now on to the last thing. I think this is the last thing I wanted to talk about on the pod. So Kai Cenat. So Kai released a video earlier this week on YouTube titled I Quit. We did a reaction to that. You ain't seen it, go check it out. I was personally really inspired by it, but as I'm watching it, I knew Kai was going to get a lot of hate. I knew he was gonna get a lot of hate, a lot of backlash. Because that's just what comes with the world that we're in right now. He's dropping his own clothing line called Vivette. This video showed his mental process, you know, through this and his self-doubt and wanted to pursue this venture. And he got backlash. I just think people y'all don't want to see people grow. Y'all don't want to see people evolve. And I get it. Change is scary in life. Bro, it's really scary in life. Kai has been kind of like a cornerstone for this content space. And I think him doing this, a lot of people don't believe it. They don't, you know, I've been seeing the TikToks. Oh, Kai's making sure he's recording everything. I mean, this is pretty much like a diary. You want to document all of this process. You know, why can't y'all just be happy for the boy, man? I ain't gonna lie. Why can't y'all just be happy? I definitely applaud his decision to go for it. You know, and a lot of people kind of hold themselves back in life, no matter what they want to do, because of fear of what the next person's going to say or what, you know, people are going to think of them. Like, I didn't want to do like I always wanted to do this podcast, but I'm like, man, it's kind of like imposter syndrome. I kind of mentioned it while I reacted to the video he dropped on YouTube. It's kind of like imposter syndrome, man. Like, there's going to be some people that don't like what you do. Like, man, stick to music reactions. We don't want to hear you talking about. I don't care. Honestly, that's what kind of pushed me to do this. Because I'm watching this video that Kai put out. I'm like, man, why do I care so much about what someone has to say about me? And I've been getting better mentally, especially like the last year and a half. I've been on a little journey of myself where I don't care. And I feel like once you realize, like, bro, we are on a floating rock going throughout space. We're a speck in the grand scheme of things. Y'all ever seen them space videos where they zoom out? We're a speck. Bro, none of this matters. None of this matters, bro. Why should I care about some hating ass niggas, man? I just don't. You know, and I feel like it's more freeing to your mind. And I relate to Kai in this way. And, you know, you look at Kai, someone who has everything, and him mentioning that he went through so much, you know, like, it's like, man, you got everything, man. You were on WWE, man. That's the dream. Invited to the Grammys. You're everywhere. Kevin Hart. Oh, come on. What? And you have self-doubt? Boy, it was eye-opening. I will say, though, some of the jokes was kind of funny. They said, boy, I hope I never see on my girl phone what Kai seen on his girl phone. That was kind of funny. But I want to get back to being serious. He's on a journey right now. Oh, it's kind of funny. But I think I look at Kai and I'm like, man, you know, he kind of begged me as somebody. I never met him. You know, he reacted to my video for us. Salute to Kai. That was dope. Called me a bum, but it's cool. It's cool, Kai. I understand. Yeah. Content. I got you. But I looked at Kai and I'm like, for someone who got criticism all the time, you know, this is what comes when you're a content creator and you're doing things, bro. There's gonna be you don't have a lot of love, but there's also gonna be a significant group of people that just don't like you. They're gonna say something bad about you no matter what. You can give $100,000 to a charity, they're gonna say you ain't give $1 million. It's always gonna be people criticizing your moves, and I just didn't know that Kai was like in his head like that for real. I thought he was immune to it. I don't think Kai is done streaming. I think his hands are now in different hats. And it's more about doing what he wants to do now. I mean, he wanted to do streaming at one point. It got him to this level. I feel like content creation is always to be a stepping stool for people, whether you do YouTube or whatever. Use that platform to get you to the next level. I'm not saying, you know, as long as you're enjoying it, you can be a Twitch streamer for 20 years. As long as you enjoy it. It's all about you and your personal growth and enjoying what you want to do. If you don't really enjoy it, if it starts to feel like a chore, like a job to you, walk away from it. There's been times where I had to walk away from this for a few days because I'm like, man, this feels like an obligation right now. I'm not having fun like I used to have fun. You got to walk away from it. So I don't think Kai's done streaming. I just think right now his focus is clothing. He wants to see where that can go. I think he's going to still stream. Are we going to see the wild, bizarre Kai again? Probably not. Honestly, I don't think we're going to see, the screaming, wild, young Kai Cenat again. I think we're going to see a different Kai. Probably a more composed Kai. More so what he's like off camera type of Kai. I think that's what we're going to get. And he's made a new channel called, I believe it's called Kai's Mind, where he's focusing on, detailing his journey. He's giving out advice and everything. And I think it's a genius idea, man. You watch those videos, there's no big production behind them, no extravagant thumbnails, none of that, man. It's just turning on the camera and chronicling this journey. I saw a video of him reading so he can speak better. I mean, like, how can you clown and hate on that, man? Somebody that's really trying to better themselves. I salute it. Everyone's going to think different. That's cool. Everyone's got their own mind and they're right to think different. But I just think we're getting into time now where, you look at mental health, especially you look at mental health in our community. A lot of people clown it. A lot of people look down on it. It's not cool to take care of yourself. People are going to make fun of it. Like, oh, look at dude going through something. You're a millionaire, right? Money can't fix everything. I never touched nowhere near the type of money Kai touched, but I could imagine, the saying more money, more problems is very true. I would imagine it's more true than ever. You can have everything in the world, but you can still feel so empty and alone at the same time, so unfulfilled still at the same time. You did so much in such a short amount of time. It's probably scary. You start to think, did I peak? Is this it? Did I peak in my 20s? Like, that's probably what was going through his mind. I don't know, man. But salute to Kai Cenat on this journey. He's got my support, honestly. I don't care what people say about him. Everyone's gonna have something to say about everything. I salute him. I think it's a dope thing. I'm gonna, keep watching his videos. You watch his videos, you get some game from him. You get some game from him, some motivation from him. I'm excited to see where the clothing thing goes. And when he is ready to make content again, your boy's going to watch. That's just what it is. And I'm pretty sure y'all will too, man. So, just support the brother on this mental journey, and what he's going through. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it, man. Episode 7. I ain't gonna lie, I like this episode. I like this episode for real. MANIACITV Unplugged. I kind of like that. I got to get a little logo made for it and everything, but really appreciate y'all support on the channel and the reactions and everything. I know 2025 was like it was a tough year for real. Like, I had some career changes, just some personal stuff. Really, time management is the hardest thing. When you're a father, you got family, you want time for yourself as well. You gotta work, you gotta do this, it's a lot. And I just appreciate y'all for still, like, tuning in and vibing out with me. 2026, I'm locked and loaded, man. I'm so excited about this year and like what it could bring. I'm so excited about, putting these ideas and making them come to life. And this podcast is kind of like a perfect start of that. Being more consistent and following through a lot more is another goal of mine. Bettering myself mentally. Like I said, I spoke on not really caring too much about what other people think of me. If you rock with me, you rock with me. If not, I'm not trying to change that. I'm not, looking for acceptance. If you're not rocking with me, it's cool. It's cool. I'm not placed on earth to be loved by everybody. And I know that. And I'm cool with that. But I appreciate the people that appreciate me. I appreciate the people that support me. I get so many messages. Like, I have so many, so much self-doubt in myself, bro. And somebody can message me, that they've been watching me since however long, or, they are United Kingdom or Africa, or, oh man, I just watched your videos. I can't respond to everybody because I get so many messages, man, but I appreciate y'all for real. All of y'all, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, 238,000 subscribers, bro. Like, that's crazy to even like wrap my mind around it. I don't care if a video get 500 views, man. 500 people clicked on a video to watch me. What? All right, so it cut off my mic at the end here, but I'm pretty much just, I'm grateful for y'all. I'm thankful for y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for rocking with me, sharing the post, commenting, engaging, bro. 10 years in, bro. This makes 10 years since I made this channel. I didn't really start doing reactions till 2017, and I didn't take it serious until 2019. I appreciate everybody that's ever clicked the video, subscribe to my channel, my wrestling channel. I'm trying to grow that up. We growing on, MKE Maniaci, my Patreon. Follow me on TikTok. We had 31K on TikTok. I'm trying to hit 100K on TikTok by the end of this year. I'm just blessed. I'm blessed and grateful to be able to do what I love, man. And I'm thankful for y'all, for everybody that, if you ever seen any of my videos, I don't care if you ain't watched me in years and this is the first time you're back, man, I appreciate you. Everybody, salute to y'all. Appreciate all y'all support. I'm gonna try to get this episode up everywhere that I can get it up. We just gonna keep going up from here. One of the big ideas that I really said I wanted to do, with this podcast, I wanted to do like a live Twitch thing as I grew this more. So it's gonna take a little more growing until I do that, but so y'all can engage in the chat and everything. But we gonna see where this go, man. We gonna see where this go. Appreciate all y'all support though. I'll see y'all in the next video. It's your boy Maniaci. I'm out.